All right. This funding is extraordinary, August. I mean, I don't think we've ever had this amount of money come through the pipeline like this. What's it mean for Brown County? You know, you're not going to get $1 billion, but you're going to get a big chunk of it. I mean, what's it mean for Brown County?
We've partnered with some folks here already and haven't been terribly successful, unfortunately. But for Brown County and really the region, and I think the state, this is an opportunity. But I would actually say, even with the unprecedented amount of money we've got here, think of this as a long-term thing. I appreciate all the positive comments. I'm honored to be able to be a conduit for information for all of you. So I appreciate that. A lot of what I'm sharing is from you to you, from providers back to local government. But I guess my answer to the big money is plan. Think that word over and over and over. You have to plan. If you have a plan with maps alone make a huge difference. Because even if they're wrong, and I'm not going to pick a side, but the middle mile map, it created discussion. It got people in the room, and it has already solved some problems. So if you have a map and you have people and you know where they are, and I can share that with Spectrum, or I can share it with US Cellular, or I can share it with AT&T or Ensight or Bug Tussle, whoever it is, I'm going to share it with everybody. If you have that map, you make that puzzle, and you pull out the pieces that are already served, now the puzzle gets not quite so bad. And now you pull out the big areas, like TDS is putting in a huge amount of fiber in the Green Bay area. So the Green Bay Metro, that piece of the puzzle comes out. But the rest of Brown County still isn't done. And for sure, the rest of the region is not done. So Troy had asked me to come and represent him here. So I'm just going to say really quick, as much as we're a success to some extent, it's not an overnight success. That's since 2009 we've been working on this to prepare, not just for this money, but for internal investment. We have almost 220 miles of fiber in the ground. None of that was through these grants. That was all individual installs that made financial sense, that solved a specific problem. If you have a map, you can solve a specific problem. If you just come to pick a provider in the room or not in the room, and you say, I got people who don't have service, fix it. They're going to nod at you and say, okay, what? Where? Who? What's the street address? So what they were talking about with the maps, the location-based maps are a huge deal. And think about this too. If you're investing in those maps to get the location-based data down right, you're solving 911 problems. You're solving zoning. You're solving business parks, school district stuff, fill in the blank. So this isn't, as much as it's unprecedented amounts of money, if you have the planning done, it makes it easier for a provider. It makes it easier for us to talk to local government. If Barb and Barb hadn't done their thing, if Brittany hadn't done her thing, I wouldn't be here. So this is a plan, and it's local and state, and those plans feed each other. So if you can get your data set better, and you can hand it to the state, and yeah, we might not match up 100%. I want them to do business parks too. Maybe they can't. But if I have it, and all of you have it, and we can give it to them easy, that makes their life easier, and it's possible that now all of a sudden we got a statewide business park map. And I'm oversimplifying and saying that, but think about that. Really what we're talking about is building roads. Do you have a plan for your roads? Yes. Is every road 8 lanes? No. But I know where my roads are. I know where my developments are. I know where my needs are. Do you have that same data so that you can apply for the federal grants, the state grants, invest your own money, persuade Insight or Spectrum or TDS or whoever to come into your community because their data says, well, that's only 6 houses. No, there's 100 in there. Here's the map. Make it easy for providers. Make it easy up and down. That's something government can do.